Aesop, what you got, Aesop? I seed you from the window. Be it wild turkey, maybe? I dotes on wild turkey. There ain't a hunter in these parts like you, Aesop. What'd you fetch home? That's it? Out all day and all you brought home was one puny squirrel? That ain't enough to feed a starving kitten. How am I supposed to fix up a mess of victuals if all I got for my casseroles one puny squirrel? That's mighty puny. Reckon Aesop's head ain't where it should be. Tain't surprising. Drat that day's bell. Maybe I'll stew it and toss in some turnips and greens.
Come right in. Make yourself at home. I know you're gonna like it here.
Thank you, Shroud.
Yep. Finest house in these parts. I'll have Granny make us some sassafras tea. Granny! Granny!
It's an old house, isn't it?
Yep. None finer in these parts. Most hill people is just plain envious. But I know you're gonna like it here. Let me take that. Sit right down, make yourself comfortable. We always have a room or two for rent. My people been living here a long time. Home sweet home, like they call it. Got most of the conveniences, but we don't have a telephone or a television, though. But Aesop's got a radio.
Aesop?
He's my boy. You'll like him. Oh, Aesop! Aesop!
Who's that?
Oh, I reckon he's out hunting. When it comes to hunting, ain't none better than Aesop Dimshroud. Comes by it natural.
No, the portrait.
Oh, that there? That's Fowler Dimshroud. He's the one who lived here first. But most folks call him Mudslide Dimshroud.
Mudslide?
Oh, I want you to meet my husband, Ulysses. He'll be so pleased to meet you. Ulysses! Ulysses! You know, I reckon he's taking a nap. There's nothing that man likes more than taking a nap. I'll fetch him down.
Please don't wake him on my account.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's about time he's getting up and about. Otherwise, he'll sleep till winter. That man don't nap or sleep. He hibernates. Shouldn't be a man, ought to be a bear. Ulysses!
Well, it's not the Hilton, but it might do. Mudslide? Oh. What's this doing here? Oh.
That you calling, Ada?
Is that you, Ulysses?
Yeah, it's me. Was that Ada calling?
Of course it was Ada. Who else can holler like that?
She got powerful lungs.
She ain't been sick a day in her life thanks to my doctor.
What's Ma yelling about, Pa?
Ada don't need no special reason. She loves yelling just for the sheer pleasure of yelling.
You better not let Ada hear you talking like that.
I ain't afraid of her.
Oh, yes, you are.
Hush up, I said.
Gosh.
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 What you done to yourself, Daisy Bell?
Hush up, boy.
What'd I say?
Ulysses, is that you down there?
Of course it's me.
I'm here, Ma. Granny, too.
Well, ain't that nice? The whole family.
We got company.
Is that a swamp out back?
Ain't no swamp.
It's a pond.
Folks around here call it bottomless pond on account it ain't got no bottom.
Sounds logical.
Ulysses, Aesop, Granny, I want you to meet Miss June Hungerford from the city.
Howdy.
Howdy.
How do?
Ulysses, Aesop, where are your manners? Take off them hats. Now, June, that there is Ulysses, my husband. That is Aesop, my boy. And that there is Granny, my grandmother.
Nice to meet you.
Miss Hungerford's been feeling poorly. City's got her down. Her nerves is all frazzled. So I told her we had a room for rent. Ain't that right? Guess you didn't hear me. I said, ain't that right?
Yep.
Whatever you say, Ma.
Room for rent, indeedy, room for rent.
Oh, I know you're gonna like it here, Miss Hungerford. There's a quilt on the bed, a rug on the floor, and I'll give you a quarter for every spider you find.
Spiders? Oh, I don't like spiders.
I do.
I'm afraid of spiders.
Oh, I was only kidding. I said I was only kidding. The room is snug and comfy.
Well, I suppose it won't do any harm to look.
Yeah, of course not. Granny, why don't you take Miss Hungerford and show her the room we got for rent?
Which room is that?
The one with the quilt on the bed and the rug on the floor.
Oh, that one. Come along with Granny.
Stay as long as you like. 1 week, 2, a whole month. If the rent's too much, I can take less.
Let's discuss it after I see the room.
Good idea.
Man, I declare that is Daisy Belle's twin.
Hush up, you fool. You'll spoil everything.
Oh, Ma, you're always picking on me. I don't like it.
You don't like it, huh? I'll show you.
Boy's right, Ada. That girl does look like Daisy Belle.
Hush up about Daisy Belle. She might overhear.
How can Daisy Belle overhear?
Daisy Belle ain't here to overhear.
I ain't talking about Daisy Belle. I'm talking about Miss June Hungerford. Now, next time either one of you men folk sasses me back, you'll get a taste of this.
Oh, Ma.
Wasn't sassing.
Hush up! Man, get over here. Now, you know we ain't getting no quarterly check from that Laura woman, unless she sees Daisy Belle like always.
What do you reckon to Daisy Belle?
Anything could have happened to Daisy Belle. She was a mighty pretty girl, but she sure was dumb. That don't matter none. What does matter is that Laura woman. And if she finds out Daisy Belle ain't here, we could be in a big heap of trouble.
Yeah.
Maybe someone kidnapped Daisy Belle, or maybe she fell into the bottomless pond when she was fishing.
Boy, there ain't no fish in the bottomless pond.
That don't matter none to Daisy Belle.
That don't matter none. What does matter... Oh, I told you to hush up about Daisy Belle. We got Miss Hungerford now. Don't need no Daisy Belle.
What if she don't want to stay?
She's got to stay.
You can't force her.
I'll think of something. First things first, I don't want no trouble from either one of you two. As far as June Hungerford's concerned, we just one big, happy mountain family. Smile.
How's this?
Have to do, I reckon.
You'll be able to hear all sorts of birds out here. Hawks, crows, whippoorwills, woodpeckers, hooting owls.
Quite a change from the city.
Remember, one big, happy mountain family. Granny, how did our guest like the room?
She wanted to know if we had a mop, some soap, and hot water.
Like I said, Miss Hungerford, all the conveniences.
No television, no telephone. Have to go to the general store.
Now, Miss Hungerford's trying to get away from such things. If in its peace and quiet you want, end of a lonely road without a noisy neighbor in sight.
We don't got no neighbors, noisy or otherwise.
There's no one to disturb you.
Well,
Man, it's settled.
I'll try for a week.
Meals come with the broom.
Granny's a great cook.
I don't want to be any trouble.
Oh, you're not any trouble. We're delighted to have you. To be honest with you, we could use the money.
Times is hard for us dim shrouds.
Hush up, Ulysses. Miss Hungerford don't want to hear our problems. She's got her own.
Have Granny mix you up a tonic or a potion, Miss Hungerford. She's better than any city doctor.
Is that a whip?
Why, this? It's Aesop's. He's always leaving it around the house. He uses it on the mule out back.
We ain't got no mule, Ma.
Hush up.
I'm afraid I left the bag at the cafe. Careless of me.
Oh, Ulysses, why don't you take the truck back to the Moonglow Cafe and gift shop and fetch Miss Hungerford's bag? Ulysses, why don't you take her stuff up to her room?
What room is that?
The one with the quilt on the bed and the rug on the floor.
Oh, that one.
Ada, what if someone swiped Miss Hungerford's bag from the Moonglow Cafe and gift shop?
Well, you won't find out unless you go there and look for it, huh?
I guess you're right.
I better start on supper. We ain't like most folks around here. We've got a dining room.
I can tell the original owner likes to live well. Fowler, Mudslide, Dimshroud had a good taste.
Oh, the original owner weren't Mudslide. It was Pumpkin Cutter. You'll find out about him sooner or later. For your sake, I hope it's later.
Pumpkin Cutter?
Oh, don't worry about Granny. If you haven't noticed, she's a little touched.
Touched?
You know, in the head.
Oh, you mean touched. Touching her head. Mm-hmm. Her mind wanders.
Oh, I ain't worried about her mind wandering. It's when it takes long walks is what worries me. I reckon I better go give her a hand. Sometimes she forgets to light the stove.
Can I help? I don't mind making myself useful.
Oh, don't worry about it. You're a guest. You relax. There's some new magazines on that table over there.
Touching the 1990. $1936.
Psst, psst, psst. June, it's me, Betty.
Betty, where did you come from?
I'm parked out back.
How did you find me?
You said you were taking a bus when you called. I went to the station and described you to the man at the ticket window. He said you were headed to this isolated town in the hills. Why?
You shouldn't have come. You know very well why I'm here. You could have been followed.
I pulled into town just in time to see you pull off with that woman.
Her name is Ada Dimshroud. She and I met at the cafe, and we got talking. I told her I was looking for a quiet room.
A quiet room? In this creepy dump? I got a brief look at the inhabitants. They make the Beverly Hillbillies seem like high society.
Actually, the Dimshrouds are rather nice. In a bizarre sort of way. Would you like to meet them?
I'll take a rain check. Besides, I'm not staying, and neither are you.
Yes, I am.
You're not making any sense.
I'm making perfect sense. I have to hide out for a while.
You're handling this all wrong. Simply go to the police and tell them that your fiancé is in the army stationed in Europe. Tell them that his ex-girlfriend is making your life miserable.
She wants to kill me!
Nonsense.
She's threatened me several times. You know that. When she learned Bob and I are getting married, she went berserk, followed me into the bank, and started screaming I stole the man she loved. I'm afraid of her, Betty.
She's the emotional type. Ignore her.
How can I? She's the one who slashed my tires. I know it. And all those strange telephone calls when no one's speaking? It's Bob's ex-girlfriend, Edwina Hyde.
I'd forgotten about those slashed tires.
Wish I could. She's even the one who sent me that funeral wreath. Had to be her.
You're coming home with me.
No. You know, she knows where you live. She knows where I live. She knows everything. I didn't even tell you about last night. She called. She said there wasn't going to be a wedding because there wasn't going to be a bride. She said if she couldn't do it herself, she'd find someone to get me out of the picture. Her words, Betty! Get me out of the picture!
June, this is serious. Go to the police.
Don't laugh at me.
You're coming apart.
Look at me. I'm so nervous. I don't know what I'm doing.
Have you written Bob or called him?
No, of course not. I don't want him to worry. For all I know, she could do him some harm.
He has a right to know. If Edwina Hyde has threatened you, you can have a warrant issued.
That wouldn't stop her. You don't know her like I do. I used to think she was a nice person, but now I realize that's all a mask. She's stark raving mad, and she wants to kill me. Or she's going to have someone do it for her. People would do anything for her money.
Maybe she just wants publicity.
Publicity?
Tell me what you want me to do.
I think you may have done too much already. Edwina may be insane, but she's clever.
Nobody followed me.
How can you be sure?
Would you like an aspirin? I have some in the car.
Don't patronize me, Betty. All I want to do now is to have some time, to think.
I wish you'd take my advice and talk to the police.
No.
Maybe coming here was a mistake. I didn't know what else to do. After all, what are big sisters for?
A little time. That's all I need. And then I'll know how to handle Edwina.
Well, have it your way. I don't like it, though.
Thanks. Lamps!
Easy, June. It's only the wind.
I'm so jumpy.
Ain't nothing to worry about with those lamps.
Oh!
Those lamps always get fidgety when the wind's high. On account of, I rigged up the wires myself. That way we don't gotta pay the electric company no money. Who she be?
Oh, Aesop, I'd like you to meet my sister. She won't be staying. Betty, this is Aesop Dimshroud, Ada's son.
Howdy, ma'am. You be city? I can tell by the way you dress.
It's nice to make your acquaintance, Slop.
Tain't slop, it's Aesop.
Sorry.
Your sister sure is pretty. You married?
Why do you ask?
I figured it was about time I was getting hitched and setting up.
Setting up?
Raising a family on my own. Get my own place.
All right, June, have it your way. But promise me you'll keep in touch. I worry about you.
I'll soon be myself again. I wish you'd call Bob. Please?
Call me if you need anything.
Hey, Miss Betty.
What is it, Aesop?
We got a front door.
Good for you. Take care of my little sister.
Your sister sure is pretty. Smart, too. I could tell. Can she cook?
Betty's a good cook.
Can she cook possum?
I doubt it.
I thought you said she was a good cook.
Possum's a little out of her line. Can't you do something about those lamps?
Not when the wind's blowing. It's on a night like this that Granny always sees him.
Him? Who?
Pumpkin cutter.
Who is this fucking person? Your great-grandmother mentioned him earlier. There's nothing to be afraid of. Some howling wind, some flickering lights. So what? Mrs. Stemshroud! Someone's at the door! Mrs. Stemshroud? Ada? Hi.
I banged at the door.
Yes, I heard. I was going to get Mrs. Stemshroud.
It opened by itself. I figured it was okay to come in. All right, to put this here.
I suppose so.
Nice night until the wind came up.
You've been hiking?
Yeah, hiking through the hills.
Where are you from?
The city. I'm looking for someone special.
Someone special?
Is everything all right? You're acting a little odd.
Am I?
Am I frightening you?
You look familiar. Do I know you?
I don't think so. Name's Mike. Mike Hyde.
Hi?
What's wrong?
People would do anything for money or publicity.
Huh?
Or family ties. Blood is thicker than water.
How's that?
You got a sister, haven't you?
Incidentally, I've got two. Look, lady, I don't know what your problem is, but I could go out and come back in again.
You don't fool me not for a moment. Looking for someone special, are you? Well, it's not going to be me. You assassin.
Assassin?
I can protect myself. Tell that to Edwina.
Edwina? Hey, what are you doing with that?
What's all the commotion?
What's wrong, Miss Hungerford?
That man, he was going to kill me.
Kill you? Is he your bad son?
He'll be the varmint.
This man, he was going to kill me.
You don't gotta worry about this man anymore.
Why's that, Aesop?
He's dead.
What killed him?
She did.
I didn't mean to. I was only trying to protect myself.
Now, these things happen in the hills all the time.
They do?
Yeah, don't worry about it. You're among friends. We won't say a word, will we?
Nope.
Ain't none of our business.
Aesop, what are you standing there for? Why don't you take this body and drag it down to the bottomless pond? No one will find it there.
How come I always gotta do the stoop labor?
Maybe because you're stupid. No back talk. Move. It's okay.
I better check on my squirrel casserole. Did I remember to skin the critter? Eh.
Kill a man.
There.
I'm a murderess.
Oh, none of us is perfect.
Makeup done. Where's Courtney? Are you guys...
Old Dan Tucker, he got drunk, fell in a fire and kicked up a chunk. Got coal in his shoe, and oh my gosh, how the ass flew. Old man, the final man.
Put down that little brown jug.
You will harm a little swallowing.
Are you forgetting what this day be?
Ain't it be Tuesday?
And what's important about this Tuesday?
How should I know? Tuesday's Tuesday, like Monday and Monday, and Wednesday's Wednesday.
Having faith in a husband sure is trying. This be the Tuesday we get that check. That lawyer woman should be here any minute.
Miss Spaulding.
Yes, Miss Spaulding. Miss Nose in the Air, Ruth Spaulding. You know we supposed to set a healthy environment for Daisy Bell. How's it supposed to look if you're sitting there with that little brown jug? Give me that.
Ow!
Now look what you done.
Oh, hush up. Little brown jug don't matter none.
She gonna do it?
She'll do it. Otherwise, we're gonna have to tell what we know.
About that stranger she killed?
That's right.
Who threw that jug? I could have been serious hurt.
Don't carry on, boy. It only hit your head.
How would you like if your head got beaten with a jug?
Oh, that don't matter none. We don't need a little brown jug now when the lawyer woman comes.
When's she gonna be here?
Should have been here by now.
I'm going hunting.
No, you're not. You're staying here. You know Miss Spaulding likes to see the whole family. We's a unit.
I'll stay close. It ain't right for folks to toss jugs like they was tennis balls.
That boy's got a temper.
I can handle Aesop.
Yeah, we'll whip.
Miss Hungerford, I made it for Daisy Bell myself.
If I can do this.
Of course you can.
Well, how do I look?
You look perfect. Why, if I didn't know any better, I swear you was Daisy Bell.
Perhaps it would be better if I contacted the police and told him about what happened. You know, confess.
No, you can't do that.
They put you behind bars.
Yeah, you ain't fully recovered from your shock yet.
I don't know whether I'm coming or going.
All the more reason not to worry. You don't want to do anything too rash.
You know, them women's prisons is awful places. They make you scrub floors night and day.
I don't want to go to prison.
Miss, we don't want you to go.
What should become of me? What would Bob say when he finds out?
Who's Bob?
The man I was going to marry.
You ain't gonna tell no one about that stranger you killed.
Oh.
Hush up, Ulysses. Can't you see she's fragile?
All
Now,
right.
June, since we're not going to tell anyone what you've done, we reckon you can do us a little favor.
But it's dishonest to pretend someone you're not. Besides, this Miss Spaulding will know I'm not her when she hears me speak.
Oh, don't worry about that. We're just gonna say you got took with laryngitis.
All you gotta do there is sit and look pixelated.
Pixelated?
Like you was a little strange.
Like you was Daisy Bell.
I don't know how to look pixelated. I don't know how to look a little bit strange.
Then you just gotta be yourself.
Oh, there she be, Miss Spaulding.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh, you can do it. You can do it.
Think about them women's prisons.
Oh.
Quick, Ulysses, look busy.
What should I do?
Whittle some wood.
Where will I get the wood?
Use your head. Why, look who's here. It's our good friend and neighbor, Witter Merck.
Do, Witter.
I've come to remind you about the money.
How about some sassafras tea?
No.
Granny's made some cornbread. Piping hot.
No tea, no cornbread.
Man, you're looking fine and fit, Witter. Ain't the Witter looking fine and fit?
Fine looking woman for her age. Always said so.
Listen to me, both of you. I know my ABCs and my IOUs. I lent you $60,000 in cash to pay your back taxes.
That's right, Witter. And we mighty grateful.
But you didn't pay your back taxes.
But we will.
They Bell hid the money and we don't know where.
You should have watched the girl. I told you she's peculiar.
Mighty
Mighty
peculiar.
You signed a document putting up this house and the surrounding land as security for the loan.
That was legal, weren't it?
Perfectly legal. Let me explain something to you.
We're all ears.
If you don't pay up, the government will seize this property and the land. And since I have a legitimate claim, I'm sure the government and myself will be able to strike a deal. Understand?
What's that mean?
What I just told you.
No. Legitimate.
Listen, but the government can seize the property if when we pay the back taxes.
No, but you'll still owe me $60,000. And if you don't pay up, this property is mine.
Mighty confusing if you ask me. We owe you the money you lent us to pay the government, and we owe the government for back taxes.
Now you've got it.
Look, we don't want it.
Listen, the government can get his money just as soon as we find out where Daisy Bale hid it. You'll get your money, Witterberg. We're getting a check today.
Now, what will Miss Spaulding say if she knew you were using Daisy Bell's money to pay back a personal loan?
Look, we got it right. We're their guardians.
Time's running out. I've said my piece. The document you signed is legally binding. Be prepared for the worst. Always helps.
Oh, there she be, Miss Spaulding.
Not anxious to see her. Can't abide the woman. She's cold. I'll go out back.
See you later, Miss Smirk. She's a misery. She only comes here to torment us, likes watching us squirm. She hates us dim shrouds, always has.
On account of her family was kin to Pumpkin Cutter, why'd we take her money anyhow?
Because she's the only one who lent it to us. Our financial standing in this community ain't the best.
Can't get blood from a toilet.
What you standing there for? Get the door.
Hot damn payday!
Oh, I reckon them flowers can't hurt.
Miss Spaulding, all the way from the city.
Oh, how about some sassafras tea?
Oh, I won't be staying.
Oh, you never do.
I'm a busy woman. As you know, under the terms of Daisy Bell's trust, the law firm is required to deliver a quarterly check in person.
Like always.
Your distant cousin, Daisy Bell's uncle, insisted.
Distant cousins is the best kind.
I can't help but to believe that Daisy Bell's uncle may have made other arrangements if he had visited you in his lifetime.
Well, that don't matter none. Kinfolk is kinfolk.
Yes, when Daisy Bell turns 30, all the money remaining in the trust will be turned over to her directly. You do understand.
Does that mean us dim shrouds don't get nothing else for taking care of her?
That is so, Mr. Dimshroud.
How's we dim shrouds supposed to live?
Hush up, Ulysses.
Don't tell me to hush up, woman. I got a right to ask questions.
You know what? Now get over here.
Shall we forget your impersonations of Indiana Jones and get on with matters at hand? Let me see, Daisy Bell. Get this ritual over with.
Daisy Bell!
Must you shout?
Daisy Bell.
Ah, there you are, Daisy Bell. You look well. Any problems? Anything I can help you with? In that case, I shall deliver the check and be on my way.
But you just got here.
Yes. Have you given any thought to college, Daisy Bell?
Miss Spaulding, how can she think about college when she ain't graduated from grade school?
Cat got your tongue?
Laryngitis.
I beg your pardon?
Laryngitis.
Laryngitis? Has she seen a doctor?
Oh, Daisy Bell don't need no doctor with Granny around. I'll look after her good.
She does look a little pale. Perhaps she should be in bed.
You know what? That's a mighty fine idea. Thank you for thinking of it, Miss Spaulding. Come along. Come to bed, Daisy Bell.
If you need to get in touch with me for any reason at all, Daisy Bell, you have my telephone number. Here's the check. There won't be another for another 3 months. I'll be on my way.
You're in and out like a breeze, Miss Spaulding.
Yes.
Did you notice them pretty flowers on the table? We do everything humanly possible to give Daisy Bell a nice and loving home. Oh, you almost missed saying Aesop.
No such love.
How do, Miss Spaulding? Look what I got.
What you shoot a squirrel for?
I didn't shoot it. It's roadkill.
Just Granny. That's right.
That don't matter none. You take this check here to Witter Merck.
You know, it's gonna take more than Daisy Bell's trust checks. Pay back $60,000.
You let me worry about that.
Ma!
Oh, now what?
Where'd everyone go? Hello? Hello? Appears to me one of us is an echo.
place?
Come in, come in. I can't abide when someone's half in and half out.
I don't mean to intrude. My name's Paul Pembroke. I paint.
My name's Granny Dimshot and I don't paint. This here house, it ain't been painted in over 100 years. We Dimshots like it that way.
You misunderstand. I don't paint houses. I paint pictures. Landscapes, mostly. I've been hiking through these hills, searching for good subjects. That's interesting. May I have a look?
Search yourself. That be an ancestor.
That pond outside has a vague, mysterious quality to it.
That there be bottomless pond.
Would you object if I painted it?
Why should I?
I'd like to make a copy of this portrait, too. I won't be in trouble, I promise. You make a good subject.
For what?
A portrait, like this fella.
That's a mighty fine idea. I've been hankering for a painting myself for a long time. You can start now.
I left my things in town.
Get 'em. If you're gonna paint my picture, you ought to stay here.
How can I do that?
Course you can. It ain't every day I get my picture painted. I'm offering you dim shroud hospitality. Tain't polite to refuse.
I guess I could come back tonight and make a few preliminary sketches.
You do that, mister.
These happy trees are a painter's inspiration.
Just make sure you ain't old Granny look good in paint.
Count on it.
Who that be?
Howdy, Granny. I'm home.
Oh, you're back. We was so worried. Welcome home, Daisy Belle.
It was just one of your fancies, Granny.
You was confused.
It was Miss June Hungerford you saw.
I tell you, I saw Daisy Belle.
June Hungerford.
I reckon I could tell the difference betwixt Miss Hungerford and Daisy Belle.
Where she be then?
She...
The whole house from top to bottom.
Inside and out. No Daisy Belle.
She came in right after that painter fella said he's gonna paint my picture.
Painter fella.
He does landscapes mostly, but I invited him to stay.
Where he be then?
He'll be back, don't you worry. He's a handsome young fella.
Who'd that be? At this hour? Aesop, go see who it is.
Oh, Ma, I don't want to answer the door. That's women's work.
You want me to get the whip?
It's probably Widow Merc back to watch us spit on the spit. I swear she gave us that money just so she can plague us with her presence whenever she wants.
She got cutter blood.
She's a mean female, no doubt about that.
You know what? I reckon it's that painter fella at the door.
It's the sheriff.
Well, we'll know soon enough.
Evening, Ada.
Evening.
Evening, Ulysses, Granny.
Evening, Sheriff.
What brings you out this way, Sheriff?
Hope I'm not disturbing you. I wanted to see you before the storm breaks.
Why don't you set yourself down now?
How about some coffee?
No thanks.
Sheriff, I hope you don't think I've been making coal and liquor down the cellar again. I don't do that no more. I'll be reformed.
I hope so, Ulysses. You know it's against the law. Won't have to arrest you. Actually, I'm looking for someone, hoping you might have seen him.
And who might that be?
A college student by the name of Michael Hyde. Short white guy, brown hair.
Don't ring no bell.
Nope.
Seems you went hiking in these hills a week ago. And after that, you just disappeared.
Oh, what makes you think we know anything about him?
No special reason. I'm asking everyone in these hills. He might have gotten lost.
Maybe he got ate by a bear.
Could have fell down a mountain, cracked his skull open, bled to death.
Snakes have been real bad this season.
Did I hear someone say the sheriff's here?
Daisy Bell!
We thought you was sleeping.
I can't sleep. There's too much on my mind. Sheriff,
Yes, Daisy Bell?
there's something I want to tell you.
Don't let her get too close. Hill fever's contagious.
She got the flu, too.
And double laryngitis.
She does look a little wobbly.
Looks pixelated to me.
You don't understand, Sheriff.
Oh, Ulysses, she's burning up. We gotta get her back into bed.
I don't want you to sleep.
Hush up, gal. You don't know what you're talking about.
I want you to speak to the sheriff.
Are you sure she's gonna be all right?
She ain't been herself since the fever took, but I look after her good.
If you see anything of this Michael Hyde, let me know immediately.
But we ain't got no telephone.
Send Ace up into town. Where'd he go?
You never know with Aesop. Hi, Mr. Pembroke.
Hi, Granny. I'm here.
I can see that. This be Mr. Pembroke. He's painting my picture.
Granny's gonna be a good subject.
This be Sheriff Green.
Sheriff,
I think I've seen you in town before. Been here long?
few days.
Reason I ask, I'm looking for a lost hiker, name of Michael Hyde. Brown hair, short, white.
How's you want to fit that description?
Keep your eyes open. I'd appreciate it.
Will do.
You know what? I'm gonna put my picture up there along old Mudslide.
Mudslide?
That's Fowler Dimshroud. He's something of a legend in these parts.
It's on account of him that Widow Merck gives us such misery.
Why do they call it mudslide?
Bottomless pond out back used to be low water with muddy banks. One day they found Fowler floating face down. Folks figured he drank too much corn liquor and slipped and slid in the mud and drowned. Of course, this was a long time ago, around 1880.
Fowler Dimshroud might have slid down the mud, but that ain't how he died.
Granny knows all the old stories.
It was Pump Cutter what come out of the water and pulled old Fowler in.
Pumpkin Cutter was the original owner. He lost the property to Fowler in a poker game and was so distraught that he drowned himself in the pond. He's said to haunt the water, or so that's how the story goes.
It ain't a story, it's the truth. There's been a curse on us Dimshrouds ever since.
Sure, Granny, sure.
Pump Cutter ain't gonna be satisfied till he drags every one of us last Dimshrouds down to a watered grave. He's plain spiteful, just like Widow Merck.
He sounds like a sore loser.
Well, I'll be on my way. Keep your eyes open, Mr. Pembroke.
Will do.
Howdy, Sheriff.
Hello, Daisy Bell. I thought you were sick in bed, upstairs.
She must come down the back staircase through the kitchen.
Why is she wearing a raincoat?
It's gonna rain, ain't it?
It's nice meeting you, Mr. Pembroke.
Same.
This be distant kid, Mr. Pembroke. He's painting my picture, Daisy Bell.
Paint my picture, Mr. Pembroke.
Daisy Bell, you stay right here. I'm gonna let the others know you're back. Mr. Pembroke, don't let her out of your sights.
I'll do my best.
Granny, I seen him.
Where did you get to, Aesop?
Ain't got no time for no long man. I seen him rising up from the mud and he's coming this way.
What on earth?
Don't look, Mr. Pembroke. He's got the evil. It's him.
Who?
Pumpkin Cutter! Pumpkin Cutter! Back from his water! I never get tired. It appears to me the light in here ain't too good for painting.
I don't want direct light. I'm after a shadow, mood, texture. I see you from another place, another time.
Ain't that something? I'm from another place and another time.
Hold your head still. Good. Excellent.
I looked the pond over good. Couldn't find anything. I'm used to Granny saying that she's seen the ghost of Pumpkin Cutter, but this is the first time someone else has seen it too.
I don't know if I saw a ghost. I certainly saw something.
Let me get this straight. Some intruder came into the house and gave you guys a scare?
A good scare. I was frightened. I admit it. That's all for today, Granny.
Suit yourself.
Did anyone else see this ghost?
No, just me and Granny. Wait, Daisy Bell. Daisy Bell saw the ghost. Aesop too. Although, I don't know if it was a ghost. Maybe a tramp, a psycho, an escaped lunatic.
Escaped from where?
I don't know. Where do lunatics usually escape from?
Oh, it was a fierce sight, Sheriff. You should have been there. His eyes was all sunk in, and his skin was all moldy, and his hair was all messed up. There was pond scum and such all over him. I reckon he's mighty lonely down there at the bottom of the pond.
The pond's not supposed to have a bottom.
Then maybe he just floats. Floats and stays lonely.
Yeah, well...
Daisy Bell, you ain't supposed to be out of bed.
Daisy Bell, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Questions?
Tell me what you saw.
When?
Last night.
I didn't see anything last night.
You didn't see some creep walking about this place?
No.
She's half out of her head with fever.
Who's this?
This is Paul Pembroke. He's painting my picture. Says I'm from another time and another place.
I'll buy that.
Sheriff?
Yeah?
Sheriff? What's the penalty for murder in this state?
Oh, murder? We've got the death penalty.
I've got her, Granny.
I'm all right.
Sure.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Pembroke, I don't know what kind of game you're playing here, but I don't appreciate it.
I'm not playing any game.
My time is valuable.
So is mine. Look, someone came crashing in here last night, and he looked dangerous.
So he came in, gave you guys a scare, and turned around and went back out again?
That's right.
Makes you wonder why he came in the first place.
All them coders delights in tormenting us dim shrouds.
Look, I don't appreciate getting my leg pulled. As far as I can tell, no crime's been committed. I'll be back. I'm keeping my eye on you, Mr. Pembroke.
It's a free country.
Mr. Pembroke knows what he saw. He don't lie. He's a gentleman.
Sheriff, are you sure?
About what?
Murder. It's the death penalty.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. It's my job to know. You sound different somehow, Daisy Bell.
It's the triple laryngitis clearing up.
Mr. Pembroke.
Yes?
See Pumpkin Cutter again. Tell him I'd like a few words.
She didn't believe us, Granny.
None so blind as them won't see.
I better lie down. Whatever you gave me last night, Granny, it's made me very weak.
Oh, it was just a little potion to help you sleep. You ought to drink another glass. You shouldn't be up and about asking questions to the sheriff. You need to conserve your strength.
I am sleepy.
Up to bed.
You need any help?
I got her.
That's better.
I went to see my sister. Where is she?
Your sister?
Betty June Hungerford?
I haven't met anyone by the name of June Hungerford.
Aren't you a dim shroud?
I've been accused of a lot of things, but never that.
May I sit down? I apologize if I seem curt.
No problem.
I've been so worried about my sister. June Hungerford, is she all right?
Only person I see is the dim shroud and a late-night visitor from the local stagnant pond.
Sorry?
Forget I said anything. My name's Paul Pembroke.
Betty Hungerford. I hope she hasn't left and gone somewhere else. She's not herself at all. Very impulsive. Want me to get my sister?
Want me to to get Mrs. Dimshroud?
I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
I declare you're back.
Hello, Slop.
Aesop,
Keep forgetting. Sorry, Aesop.
I know why you're back.
Where is she, Aesop? My sister.
You're back on account you like me.
He's demented. You misunderstand, Slop. Aesop. I'm back for my sister?
I could tell you was all fired up when I was talking about getting hitched. On account of, I just thought you were just a shy type.
He's demented. Would you see if you can get Mrs. Dimshroud?
Leave it to me.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go upstairs, comb my hair, and put on some pomade. When I come back downstairs, we can sit on the porch and do some courting. Paul's gonna be mighty impressed. I'm telling him I'm getting hitched up with a city gal.
Please wait, Aesop! He's impossible. Can you get Mrs. Dimshroud?
Leave it to me.
Thank you. I'll never forgive myself for leaving Jude in this awful place. What could I have been thinking of?
Around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be riding 6 white horses. She'll be riding 6 white horses. She'll be riding 6 white horses when she comes. Howdy!
Jude, thank goodness. Now don't interrupt and don't argue. This is important. That's not attractive. I haven't seen that before, have I? Doesn't do a thing for you. Sit down, June. You were right. That crazy Edwina Hyde showed up at my apartment looking for you. She did everything but froth at the mouth.
Howdy!
She told me she knew where you were and she was going to kill you. As soon as she left, I didn't waste any time. I headed straight for the hills.
Howdy!
When I got here, I realized I did exactly what she wanted me to do. I led her right to her victim. There's no time to waste, not a moment to lose. Come on, we have to go.
I said howdy!
Oh, howdy. What's all this howdy business? Oh, I understand. You're blending in with the hills. Camouflage. Well, I'm afraid your impersonation won't fool Edwina Hyde. You are right. She's clever.
Someone's at the door!
Yes, yes.
I better see who it is. Too polite to let folks stand outside waiting.
Don't talk that way. It's not necessary with me. Are you crazy? Don't you know who that might be? Edwina Hyde. Open that door and you're dead. Stay put. I'll deal with her.
That tonic ought to make her sleep for hours. I gave her 3 tablespoons and locked the door. Daisy Bell! Daisy Bell, everybody's looking for you!
Here's Mrs. Dimshroud. That's odd. She was here a second ago.
Well, she ain't here now.
She said she was looking for a sister by the name of June Hungerford.
June Hungerford. Never heard the name. Must have come to the wrong place.
I guess it's important she'll be back.
I reckon. You ain't had no breakfast, Mr. Pembroke. I'll fix you something.
I feel like I should be paying for my room and board.
Oh, you're making Granny mighty happy. I feel like that's a fair exchange. Besides, we're getting the picture, aren't we?
I promise, Granny, I can pay another one for myself.
Of course, if you don't want to pay us something, I won't refuse.
Good.
Oh.
I wish I could pay as good as the man in that picture.
Coffee's on the stove.
Dread that Daisy Bell. She never stays put long enough to be caught.
I don't live here, you understand?
Maybe someone else can help us. I hope.
If you're looking for rooms for rent, we's full of.
I'm here for my sister, June Hungerford.
Oops.
June?
Are you by any chance Granny Dimshroud?
Who you be?
My name is Isabel Ward and this is Doris Finley.
You be hiking through the hills?
That's right.
I be Granny.
You see, a friend of ours came looking for you and he never came back.
The police have him down as a missing person.
Why was he looking for me?
He's a folklorist.
Oops.
Working on his thesis. He said he was going to Granny Dimshroud's cabin because she knew more about these hills than anyone alive.
That's right. I be famous in these parts, but I give up conjuring.
Did he come here?
Nope, the sheriff's already been asking.
Something strange must have happened to him then.
Do you think he met with foul play?
Mike knew how to take care of himself. He was sort of a wilderness man.
Since the police haven't come up with anything, we thought we would trace his steps. Figure out where he might have hiked.
The only thing for sure is that he planned to meet Granny Dimshroud.
Well, he didn't, and that's that.
Do you have a picture?
Oh yeah, with a newspaper clipping.
It's a long article about strange mountain customs and ways. Mike wrote it.
Oh, I remember reading this. My sister pointed it out. Front page.
He had some classes with Mike. He Can you imagine how upset everyone is?
Yeah, here, Granny, you take a look.
Nope, ain't never seen him. You college girls in that folklore stuff?
Yeah, both of us.
It's our major.
You ought to see my fascinating herb garden. It's fascinating on account of everything I got in it special. Elephant garlic, squaw tea, pepper grass.
She's the classic mountain type, isn't she?
You noticed?
She certainly didn't want to talk about mine.
No, she didn't. I wonder where my sister's going. She's not herself at all.
Did you get the feeling Granny Dimshaw knew more than she was telling?
Believe me, anything's possible in this squirrel cage.
That's true. I don't know why, but I have the strangest feeling that Mike has been here.
You're imagining things.
Maybe.
You guys want to see my fascinating herb garden? Not.
Yes.
I mean, Granny.
Let's get her talking. We may find out.
Didn't know we had company.
You.
You talking to me?
Of course I'm talking to you. You're Mr. Dimshroud, I presume?
Always have been.
Where's my sister?
Who be your sister?
June Hungerford.
Never heard of her.
I'm staying the night. I'm not leaving without my sister.
You won't like it here. All this is lumpy.
That's right. I got a conversation.
Who's not so good either.
Fine. I'm gonna... I'm saying...
Hair comb, pomade's on, smelling good, and I'm feeling frisky.
Oh no, not you again.
I got these duds from Pa's old trunk. It's what he wore when he married Ma. I figured I'd wear this coat when we get married.
I have no intention of marrying you.
I like a city girl with lots of spirit. Okay, you don't look at me. Here, from me to you.
I don't want it.
Man, but there's a token of my affection.
I don't want a token of your affection. I have no intention of marrying you. Let go of my arm, you Neanderthal.
Is that what I am?
That and more.
You like to play hard to get, Miss Betty. You ain't fooling me.
Let go of me.
We could sit on the porch and spark.
No.
Can't make no change. Sir, we're all booked for the night. If you want a room, try a motel next to Moongo Cafe and Gift Shop. Have a good night.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Concentrate, gal!
It's important.
Mighty important.
We need that money, Daisy Bell.
Money?
Concentrate, gal!
The money the widow gave us to pay our tax from the government.
For our back taxes.
Money don't do nothing but cause trouble.
We need that cash money, Daisy Bell!
We done tore this house apart.
Looked everywhere.
Look, I even tore up the floorboards.
Did you bury it?
No.
You didn't burn the fireplace, did you?
No.
Maybe she ate it.
Nope.
What did you do with it?
Don't you want to know where I've been?
Of course we do.
I got on a bus, I went to the city, I played a video game, and I ate at a Chinese restaurant, and I watched the same movie 6 times. It was a Walt Disney.
Wandering off like that. No telling what could have happened to you.
Maybe if I'd taken a walk by myself, I know where I hid the money.
You know what? That's a good idea. You take yourself a nice, long walk. You need anything?
Try to remember and try hard.
I will.
I declare a glowworm is brighter than Daisy Bell.
Probably is. I just sure hope she recollects.
What are we going to do with the other one?
June Hungerford? I think the sheriff suspects something.
I'm getting hitched.
Sure would be if not nice if Daisy Bell was back. If June Hungerford tells what she done, we'll all be arrested too.
Why? We didn't kill no one.
Because we what they call accessories. Before, during, and after the factory.
If June Hungerford makes any issues, Granny can just give her more of that sleeping potion.
Can't keep her groggy and locked up forever.
Well, I'll think of something.
I'm getting hitched.
Hey, stop. You get outside and you keep an eye on Daisy Bell. We can't afford her getting lost again.
Oh, Ma.
Oh, do you want me to get the whip?
You're always picking on me. I don't get no respect. I'm getting hitched.
I better check on them college gals down in the cellar.
Oh, they're snoopers.
They knew all about me. I'll be famous.
Being famous won't matter none if we don't get that money from Daisy Bell. Now, leave them college girls to me. I'll take care of them.
If it ain't one thing, it's another.
I wonder why we didn't take a check from the widow instead of cash. It would have made things simpler.
Police. How'd Mike's backpack get into the cellar?
They were hiding it, of course.
What do you think they did with Mike?
I don't like to think about it. Let's go.
Boo! Ah! It's only me.
Mike!
What's all this?
Those clothes. That cool getup.
Is this your idea of a joke?
The dim shrouds. They only thought they murdered me. But no, just a big bump on my head. Threw me into the pond, that's all. Thought I'd sink to the bottom. I thought it'd be a great time for a field experiment.
Field experiment?
I'd see how primitive types react when they come face to face with a living superstition. I'm pretending to be Pumpkin Cutter.
Wait, they tried to murder you?
Don't you think you should see a doctor? Or the police?
The reactions I'm getting will be a big part of my thesis. The ghost of Punk Cutter is a local legend.
You got a reaction from us. You always were a prankster. But aren't you carrying things a little too far?
Education should be fun. I'm enjoying myself.
You would. If only you knew how upset everyone is.
Mike, I'm really angry at you.
Look.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Boo!
Don't I know you? But where did I see you before?
Hey, stop, is that you?
That'd be my intended.
Hey, stop, there are several locked rooms upstairs. I would like the keys, please.
You have to ask Ma.
Where is she?
In the kitchen, I reckon.
I want to see what's in those rooms. I won't take no for an answer.
Who's she?
This place gets a lot of traffic.
You didn't scare that dude.
Interesting type. Someone's coming.
She's got a gun!
Who are you? Who are you?
Please don't shoot us.
We're innocent college students.
Where is she? Don't try to protect her.
Who?
Don't play innocent.
Look, lady, no need to shoot nobody. We're all friends here.
You look terrible. You ought to get some sun.
Who's it you're looking for?
June Hungerford, probably upstairs.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Howdy.
Ah, there you are, June.
I'm not June. I'm Daisy Bell.
What a laugh.
Run!
Yeah, she's gonna shoot you real fast. Okay.
If you want. You're not getting away from me. Once I sink my teeth in, I don't let go. You three, get in there right now. Go, go. Get in there.
thought you would want to know.
Who's in here? My thing. Mrs. Dimshroud! Mrs. Dimshroud!
No. It should be on the couch.
Maybe they're just not here.
More than likely, they saw the car drive up and ran off. Mrs. Dimshroud!
Oh, how do, Witter? Miss Spaulding?
This isn't a social call.
Better fetch Ada.
Fine, happy to.
There may be grounds for legal actions.
Taking advantage of poor sweet Daisy Bell like that.
I intend to put a stop to that.
It's an awful family. Always has been.
There's no need to remind me. I long advised my partners that the law firm should do everything possible to remove Daisy Bell from this bizarre atmosphere. I'm only one lone voice howling in the wilderness.
Well, you've got them in a bear trap now. What Ulysses did isn't legal.
It's certainly unethical.
If this town could get rid of the dim shrouds, it would sure do a lot for the ecology.
You hate them, don't you?
I'm just thinking of Daisy Bell.
Yes, quite right. Daisy Bell is the issue.
Well, ain't this a nice surprise? How about some lemonade? I made it fresh.
No, thank you. Mr. Dimshroud, please step in here. I have asked the sheriff to meet me here.
Sounds mighty serious.
It is. Where's Daisy Bell?
Out somewhere thinking.
About what?
Oh, just some money she hid.
The money I lent them for the back taxes, no doubt.
Which is why I'm here. Do you recognize this check?
Why, yes, it's our quarterly. It's the one you give us.
Ma!
Hush up, Aesop.
But Ma, you don't understand.
Hush up, Aesop.
But Ma!
There's only one way to take care of you, boy. When I say hush up, I mean hush up. Aesop's a good boy, but he just needs some training.
Mr. Dimshroud, do you recognize this X on the back of the check?
Of course it's his check. I'd recognize that X anywhere. He always makes them real small.
Almost dainty.
You gave that check to Mrs. Merck as a partial payment for a personal loan. Is that correct?
Yeah?
It's Mr. Pembroke.
Am I interrupting something?
Just a misunderstanding about a check.
More than a misunderstanding, I'm afraid.
What you driving at, Miss Spaulding? Where'd you get this check?
I gave it to Miss Spaulding.
How come?
I felt it was my duty as a good citizen.
Thought you didn't like her.
Yeah, I wish someone tell me here what the problem be.
The problem is this. The money that check represents can only be used for one purpose. The care and boarding of Daisy Bell. It's her money, not yours. You cannot use her money for your own purposes.
How's we dim shroud supposed to live?
Oh, if we can't pay with the checks from Daisy Bell, how are we supposed to pay our back taxes?
That's under my concern.
It's the pumpkin cutter curse. That's what it is.
Y'all might go to jail for this.
You're a slob vixen, Whittermerk. You took this check and you didn't say anything about it.
Just so she could use it against us.
Evening all.
Ah, Sheriff, there you are. I was explaining the situation to the Dimshrouds.
Like I told you, Miss Spaulding, I'm sure they didn't have any criminal intent. Are you sure you want to press charges?
I'll have to consult with my law firm. I consider these people unstable, and I want you here for protection.
Unstable? We ain't got no stable.
This isn't a fit residence for Daisy Bell. I'm taking her with me. The law firm's a trustee for better or worse.
You're taking Daisy Bell from the hills?
She loves the hills.
She likes it here.
That check says it all.
Checks can't talk.
Aren't you a little harsh?
It's for Daisy Bell's own good.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Daisy Bell, do you remember where you hid the money?
I didn't hide the money.
Daisy Bell, Miss Spaulding's taking you away.
I don't want to go anywhere. I like it here. The hills is home.
See, what did I tell you?
Daisy Bell, this money the widow lent. If you didn't hide it, what did you do with it?
I spent some.
Spent some?
Yeah, I took it to the city.
$60,000?
In cash?
Good heavens.
I spent some for the video game in a Chinese restaurant and the Walt Disney movie. Don't forget, I seen it 6 times.
Wait, now where's the money, Daisy Bell?
It's right here.
The raincoat?
Whee! Daisy Bell!
candy. Oh my gosh.
Get the money. I need money.
$60,000. And it was in the pocket the whole time.
Swear hit it all.
All right, hold it, folks. Isn't going to help with everyone going loco. Leave the money where it is.
Oh, I reckon we have enough to pay them back taxes now.
What if you do? This property will come to me, because there's no way you'll be able to pay back my loan.
Certainly not with any of Daisy Bell's money.
Now what?
That sounds like them college girls in the cellar. Who locked you girls in?
It was some crazy lady.
With a gun.
A gun?
Do you know who she was?
No, but she meant business.
She was looking for somebody named June Hungerford.
Oops.
Oops. And she chased after somebody named Daisy Bell.
Daisy Bell?
I'm all right, I tell you. A little tired, that's all.
We need to get you out of here.
How'd she get loose?
There's Daisy Bell
That's
now.
what I was trying to tell you. My intended took the keys.
Sheriff, I'd like to press charges against these people. They kept my sister prisoner, and I suspect they've drugged her.
Sheriff, I have a confession to make.
Where do you think you're going? Stay right here.
She looks like Daisy Bell, but she doesn't sound like Daisy Bell.
I'm not Daisy Bell. I'm June Hungerford, and I killed a man. I murdered Michael Hyde.
It was self-defense.
Does any of this make sense?
All right, you don't look so good. Sit here and tell me that again.
It's simple, really. I married a man stationed in Europe, and his ex-girlfriend has been hounding me.
Threatening my sister's life. She's a mental case.
Obviously the woman these girls saw with the gun.
I came here to hide out, but she sent her brother to kill me.
What did you do with the body?
Boy, do you have a surprise coming. You too, Sheriff.
How so? Get your hands on your head.
He wanted to see what kind of reaction he could get.
For his thesis, folklore.
I said, get those hands on your head. Half the county's looking for you.
Any harm? All this time, I thought I was a murderess.
Poor kid. Sheriff, aren't you gonna arrest someone?
As soon as I find out what the crime is, yeah.
Oh, that's where I seen you before.
Wait, you ain't Plum Cutter?
Nope. How many times do I have to tell you? Get your hands on your head.
Okay. This is Elinita. My sister's name's Edwina.
All of you guys stay right here until I get back. I'm taking him in.
What's the charge?
I'll think of something. You better come along, Miss Hungerford.
What? She didn't do anything.
She assaulted this young man, didn't she?
What if she did? I'm not pressing charges.
Someone is guilty of something. We'll sort this out down at my office. You two, Ada, and Ulysses.
Mom, tell you what it does.
I've been waiting for this moment. You'll never steal another woman's boyfriend again.
I didn't steal Bob.
You did. You did.
Drop that gun, ma'am, or I'll shoot.
Sheriff, that ain't a gun. That's my cane.
Darn.
You pick up that gun, and you'll end up in a zipper bag. Thought you can get away with it, huh?
Oh, hush up.
Leave that gun where it is and put your hands on your head.
No, but you shouldn't be arresting me. You should be arresting her. She's the guilty party. It's her fault.
You're right, June. I had better days. All I want to do now is see Bob.
Bob! She's mine. She belongs to me.
Let's go.
No, you shouldn't be arresting me. Arrest her. Very fast.
June, pack your things. We're getting out of this asylum.
Yeah, gladly.
Listen, don't sort it out.
Look, Granny, I was wondering if I could get an interview with you.
I don't see why not. We just gonna have a vacant room. It's got a rug on the floor and a quilt on the bed.
Fantastic. I'll go tell Doris and Isabel.
I reckon we got enough money to pay them back taxes, but we might lose everything to Wittermerk. Hard times are staring us dim shrouds straight in the face.
You not realize what you've got here?
What you talking about, Mr. Pembroke?
The portrait of Mudslide.
What about it?
It's an original John Singer Sargent.
No.
Yes, it's authentic.
Who's John Singer Sargent?
A famous American portrait painter. One of the best.
You reckon I could pose for him?
I don't think so, Grady. He's been dead a long time. I recognize the style immediately. And the signature. Didn't you ever check the signature? This portrait's worth a small fortune.
Fortune?
You have enough money to pay off the widow Merck. Pay your back passes, have plenty left over.
We're saved!
I can't wait to tell my intendant.
You ain't fooling with us, Mr. Pembroke, are you?
I know that portrait's worth.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
She'll be riding 6 horses. She'll be riding 6 horses. She'll be riding 6 horses when she comes. Whee!
Good job, everybody. I'm trying to walk.
I feel so bad. Zach looked at me. I was like, these are 14 stories, right? I can't even find them. Like, they fell.
She's like, up before even dinner. Wait. Stop.
Zach, you pressing right on the leg.